Yo, what's going on, gang? It's your boy Wiz, and I'm back again with another video. You already know what time it is. So today I'm gonna tell you guys how I was able to quit Uber Eats and become a full-time Forex trader. So if you are thinking of quitting your job, your 9 to 5 job, and become a full-time Forex trader, you need to watch this video. I'm gonna tell you some of the mistakes that I did in the process of trying to quit and how I ended up quitting it successfully and become a full-time Forex trader, guys. So it all started when I started hating my job. I didn't like anything that I was doing at all because doing Uber Eats, I was doing Uber Eats with a scooter and I was actually running around Cape Town delivering food. It was fun. It was a fun at first, but it wasn't good in the long run. It wasn't good like financially or the money that I wanted and the lifestyle that I wanted. I was not actually getting it in Uber Eats. That's the first thing that I started like I wanted to quit my job, right? So by the time I actually knew about Forex and I started trading. Uber Eats, let me just tell you about something about it because I hated it so much because of like it was I could have worked like it on the sun, rain, everything. It wasn't safe for me at all. So I just feel like no, I need to quit this. So by the time I actually heard about Forex, I actually started trading Forex. I started like trading, you understand? So now when I was trading, guys, and I just started having feeling of quitting the job, right? I hated Uber Asia, and I fell in love with the forex, and I told myself this is the only thing that I'm actually gonna put my all in. This is the only thing that I'm gonna focus in till I actually make it out, right? So I started trading forex, and I was actually losing, making some money, losing, making money, losing, making money. So I was doing stuff like that. And at that time I was actually I was going to work and I come back. So I was actually sometimes trading when I was at work and also trading when I come back home. So I didn't have time to actually trade. You understand? And at that time, I start feeling like now I think I'm actually missing out on some trade because when you are working, you don't have time to actually look at the chart and stuff like that. And I was also doing everything on my phone. So I started having these feelings. I thought maybe if I be home, I stay home and actually check the chart and do analysis, and that's when I'm actually gonna stay focused on a forex. You understand? So and I told myself, okay, it's time to actually quit Uber Eats. Know what I mean? And that's exactly what I did. What I did actually, and that's the mistake that I did. Right? I actually quit before having a plan. I didn't have anything, guys, and I just decided like, okay, I'm gonna quit. And mind you, that time I had a bike, right? I had my own bike, so I decided to sell the bike. You know what I mean? So in my thought, I was thinking that I'm gonna sell this bike and then I'm gonna fund my forex account, right? And then I'm gonna start trading. If I deposit a lot of money, I'm gonna make a living off that. You understand? That's the first mistake that I did. And guess what happened? I ended up like selling the bike. I sold the bike and then I put the money into my trading account and I end up losing it all, guys. And I start feeling bad. I start feeling like a failure. I start feeling like, yo, guys, at some point I just feel like maybe I'm gonna be homeless somehow. But I was actually like talking to God. I was actually talking to God, like, okay, if you let me know about forex, why would you let me? Why would you let it like destroy my life and stuff like that? But at the same time, I was like, okay, what I can do now, I have no choice but to go back and start doing Uber Eats again. So I already sold my bike and I had to start renting a bike. So I had to start renting a bike, like to take someone's bike and start um working, and then I was paying that person again. You know what I mean? So that's the hard lesson that I have learned the hard way. You understand? So I had to start renting again and start raising money. So and what I have learned, remember, like by the time I stole my bike and stuff like that, and then I started planning. You understand? And this is how I actually managed to actually quit it eventually to quit it finally. So what I did was I started having a plan. I started planning um the time that I want to start trading, and the session, which session am I going to be trading, and also how many trades am I going to be taking per day, and what is my daily targets, right? So that's exactly what I've planned. So I only didn't end up there, guys. I actually have to plan and actually backtest my strategy, right? And then what I did was I had to actually execute it, trade it for 2 months straight, guys. That's exactly what I did. I was following my plan and like a trading the same way every day, every day, every day, every day, And then and then at the end of the month, then I was actually calculating how much did I make, like from like the way I took the account from this amount to this amount, right? And then I actually repeated the same thing the following month. So by that time, and then I started like I made a profit. I made a very good profit. The progress was not that big, but the progress worth it. So what I was actually looking at, it was I just wanted first to actually replace the job that I'm doing, right? So the amount of the money that I was making there, I just want to make sure first I make it. So I just wanted to make sure that I pay my rent and I actually pay all my bills first, So that's exactly what I was thinking, guys. So and but that time, and I saw like, okay, I was making cool profit. I started making profits, and I started like I replaced that job in those 2 months, and then I was like, okay, cool. So the third month, I was like, all right. So I want to actually continue with the same system. So I don't want to change. You understand? So the only thing, a good thing is that if you actually stick to the plan, you don't have to change the plan. The only thing you're gonna be changing now is only a lot size. You understand? So by that time I was having a small trading account, so my lot size was very small. So I actually keep on trading like that. So by the time I started like making profit, and then I started raising my lot size a little bit, right? You understand? So yeah, and that's exactly how I actually managed to do it. I actually traded for those 2 months straight, following my plan, not cheating on my plan, guys. I know sometimes I actually like when I started, I actually cheated, all right. I cheated on my plan sometimes, like over trading and stuff like that. But every time I over traded, right? Every time I over traded, every time I tried to use my emotion, every time I tried not to follow my strategy, I was end up losing or giving back all the money that I made in the market. So it's just something that I've learned the hard way. So following your strategy is the most important. Make sure that you actually follow the same rule every day, right? So in order for you to actually finally quit, you actually need to follow your strategy at least 2 months, guys. 2 months. You understand? So you actually need to put your strategy. First of all, start first with the pairs, because you're not gonna trade every pair, guys. Just choose one pair. For me, I had to choose gold. So I only trade gold, nothing else. And then it comes down now, which session am I going to be trading? Do you want to, just because the market is working 24 hours, right? That don't mean you're going to be trading 24 hours. No, just treat it as a job. What time are you going to be opening your chart? Because you don't want to burn out your mindset. You understand? You want to keep it cool. You want to keep it fresh. So for me, I actually choose 4 hours per per session. You understand? So during London session, I only trade 4 hours. 4 hours. So from 9 South African time to actually 12. You understand? Because 12, that's when London break, and from London break the market is always slow, right? So 4 hours. And during New York session, I also trade 4 hours from 3 p.m. South African time to 6 p.m. You understand? And 6 p.m. that's the closing of London session, right? So those are 4 hours per each session. So I trade 8 hours per day. You understand? Yes. And when you're done with the session now, you need to come down now to your opening rules, your opening trade. How do you open your trade? What is the rules that you actually using to open trade? Is it a break and retest? Is it a a like which kind of strategy do you want to trade with? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So actually need to open a trade using one system. Do not change, okay? Do not change the same system. If it's a break and retest, make sure you do that that's your strategy forever. If you don't see break and retest, do not trade it. Don't do anything. And remember, you won't catch every move in the market. There is a move that's gonna pass you. When you actually see the move, if you didn't see your confirmation, if other people they actually took it, don't start blaming yourself. Don't start feeling like you missed out on something. You're gonna end up trading out of your emotions, and you're gonna end up. I guarantee you're gonna lose money if you don't follow your strategy. So that's just it. And when you're done following your strategy, the entry, you also need to come back down on the 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 losing, right? The losing strategy. You need to have the strategy for your losing. How do you lose your money? You understand? Losing money, that means like how do you react when you lose money? So let's say like you actually open, you put your stop loss, right? You put your stop loss, and then you put your take profits, and then the market go down and hit your stop loss. How do you react? You need to have a strategy for that, right? So your strategy should be, if the market hits your stop loss, do not don't enter immediately. Don't open another trade, or you don't act. At least just say calm down, give yourself 30 minutes out of the chart, watch it, and then see how the market is going till you see again another opportunity, the same thing that you are looking for. If you don't see, guys, don't trade it. Remember, every pips is end. Nothing is for free. Don't ever think like you're just gonna open your chart and then open a trade, and then you're expecting to make money without doing any analysis, without actually seeing anything that you're actually looking for. You're gonna end up losing money. You're gonna end up losing money. I guarantee you that, game you're going to end up losing money. You understand? So you actually need to have a strategy, a losing strategy. So now another strategy is closing strategy. I think that's the last one, guys. That's the last one. No, 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 not that one. We have another one. So the closing strategy, very important, guys, because at the end of the day, you don't want to like open a trade, right? Your stop loss, of course, it's easy when you open a trade and then you put your stop loss, and then losing is it's easy. But now winning, right? So when the market start going to your favor, how do you close? What is your strategy, right? What is your strategy of closing? Do you actually like um put your stop loss and a take profits at the 1:2 ratio, right? 1:2 ratio or 1:3. How do you do it, right? Or do you close the partial and then move stop loss at the break even when the market is at the 1:1 ratio, right? So you actually need to pick one. You understand? Every trader has their own strategy to close the trade. You understand? So you need to pick one. Once you pick that one, and then you need to finalize and how many trades per day, per session, right? Let's say that. How many trade per session? So have maximum. If you're a day trader, right? Like me, I'm a day trader. I trade every day. Per session, maximum is 2 trades. I don't do more than 2 trades. If I open a first trade, I lose. If I open the second trade, I lose. That session is over. I'm not gonna overtrade. I'm not gonna do anything. I just leave it like that. The following session, which is gonna be New York session. New York session is start again. I open the same time that I always open, around 3. I open the thing, and whenever I see my strategy, I will immediately open a trade. Don't don't hesitate, or don't second guess. You understand? It's either you lose or you win, guys. That's how it is. You know what I mean? And when you open your trade, just open it and keep on holding the trade. Keep on holding and keep on monitoring your trade, because you don't want to close. You don't want to walk away of the trade just for the fear of seeing it or overreacting. You understand? Or you don't want to close it quick over fear. You just have to know your strategy. That's what I said. You need to know how to take profits. You understand? And you need to put in mind, I'm always close partial profits at the 1 at a certain level. I'm gonna close partial profits and then move my stop loss at the break even, or I actually wait for the TP to hit, the fully TP to hit, and you don't care if it's gonna go down, it's gonna go, if it's gonna go back to your stop loss or what. You actually need to actually have all that strategy, guys, and that's just it. As soon as you actually master all those, you are ready, guys, and actually do that for your 2 months. Soon as you see profit, you understand, and then you're actually ready to quit. And that's how I managed to quit. You understand? And one thing I want to tell you guys, there is a lot of pressure in the industry. There is a lot of, I'm sure that you actually on Instagram, or you're on YouTube, seeing people flashing, doing this, doing that, right? That's cool. That's a good motivation. But remember, that thing doesn't come overnight, right? Your first priority should be becoming free first, being a profitable trader. It don't matter you are making um you are making like $100, but consistent. If you're making it consistently, and every trade that you are taking is calculated, that means you are profitable. The only thing that you don't have right now is just the lot size. If you're making $100 per week, right, with a 0.01, if you use a 0.1, that means it's going to be 1,000. If you use a $1 one standard, that's going to be 10,000. Now you can see the only thing that you need is a consistent strategy, guys. You understand? So that's just it. So the forex is all about freedom, right? Freedom, and the rest actually gonna is gonna come. You understand? So let's just chase the knowledge first, and the rest is gonna follow. So that's just it, guys. That's what I wanted to actually leave. So right now, I'm actually looking at gold as always, guys, and I can see that the market is, it's actually, it was going down, right? I don't know if I can see that the market was going down, and now the market is kind of going up, you know actually going up. So if the market actually is gonna break somewhere here, guys, i I'm gonna open a buy position. I'm gonna open a buy, and as always, I always send signals in my VIP group, and it's actually free. My VIP group is free. The link will be down below. Just go and join it right now, guys. You don't have to pay anything. It's a free for life. For life. I don't sell anything. I don't sell calls. I don't sell signals. Everything is free, guys. You understand? So make sure that you join if you wanna actually like catch any trade that I trade, every trade that I take, I send in there, because I feel like it doesn't hurt me anything, right? It's the trade that I take and I actually share with people. You know what I mean? And the people, when you are happy, it makes me happy. I'm always happy seeing like people sending me messages like, "Hey, bro, thank you so much. I made some money today with your signal," stuff like that. It makes me happy, right? So that is the kind of person that I am. I'm not gonna sell you anything. I'm not gonna sell you anything. And I repeat again, guys, if anybody ever tell you like anything about like me telling you selling you things, no, I don't sell anything, guys. It's just everything is free, right? I'm actually focusing on the trading on myself. If I sell you something, I don't think if that money actually gonna be is gonna be have value, but the money that I'm gonna make in the market, that's the money that I need. That's the money that I want, guys. You understand? So that's just it, guys. So make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click the link down below. Join our Telegram group, and then I will see you there, guys. I think like I'm gonna open a buy right now on gold, right? So, but yeah, I'm gonna be coming back here on the YouTube, guys. I'm gonna be sending signals. Hey, I'm gonna be explaining you guys how to trade in general. Yeah, but I will see you again. Make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and yes, can I will see you. Bye.